It's not the sword that makes a king, but who will kneel and who will cling. They stood their ground with backs to flame, not for power, not for fame. Like shadows drawn to rising light, they chose to fall but not to fight. Obedience is not defeat, it's the place where heaven meets. Hill of obedience, bowed, not broken. Every word by fire spoken. They didn't yield to man-made law, but answered to the voice they saw. Hill of obedience, chosen pain, laid their lives down in His name. This world may call it suicide, but faith walks where the martyrs died. No blade can stop a heart that stays where God is called, where love obeys. Their armor wasn't forged in steel, but shaped in prayer and holy zeal. Hill of obedience, bowed, not broken. Every word by fire spoken. They didn't yield to man-made law, but answered to the voice they saw. Hill of obedience, chosen pain, laid their lives down in His name. We don't run, we kneel, we rise through surrender. This is how the kingdom conquers. Not broken, every word by fire spoken. They didn't yield to man-made law, but answered to the voice they saw. Hill of obedience, chosen path, laid their lives down in His name. They fell in silence and shook the world. This isn't just a soldier's fight, it's heaven clashing with the night. Blood has spilled on every age, but this war burns with holy rage. Not for borders, not for flags, but for the souls the dragon drags. From Eden's fall to Calvary's hill, the greater war is raging still. Greater war, fought with grace, steel and fire in heaven's face. The Lamb roars loud with sword in hand. This is the war to cleanse the land. Greater war, no turning back. The gates are wide, the King attacks. No trenches here, the lines are clear. Truth against the ancient fear. We wear the cross, we bear the flame. Our orders echo in His name. This is the war that ends the lies. The fire falls for sacred skies. We don't fight for worldly crowns. We rise when darkness crashes down. Greater war, fought with grace, steel and fire in heaven's face. The Lamb rose loud with sword in hand. This is the war to cleanse the land. Greater war, no turning back. The gates are wide, the King attacks. He leads us still, the war is his. He leads us still, the war is his.
Not by bloodline, not by birth, but by the one who owns the earth. They raised kings on golden thrones, but none could die to break the stones. He came low, but heaven knew the crown was forged in something true. They mocked the robe, they laughed out loud, but thorns don't bend when God's unbound. The crown of heaven, not made of gold, but thorns and blood, brave and bold. He didn't rule with sword or pride, he ruled when he was crucified. The crown of heaven still remains on him who rose and broke the chains. Empires fall and tyrants fade, but grace outlives what man has made. No marble hall, no royal tomb could cage the King from Mary's womb. The crown still shakes beneath his name. The crown still burns in holy flame. The crown of heaven, not made of gold, but thorns and blood, brave and bold. He didn't rule with sword or pride, he ruled when he was crucified. The crown of heaven still remains on him who rose and broke the chains. This is not a legend, this is not a myth. He wore the crown no king could lift. Crown him now, crown him still. He reigns on Zion's highest hill. Not by force but by his scars, he rules the throne beyond the stars. The crown of heaven, not made of gold, but thorns and blood, brave and bold. He didn't rule with sword or pride, he ruled when he was crucified. The crown of heaven still remains on him who rose and broke the chains. Forever crowned, forever flame. He doesn't sneak, he doesn't flee. He tears the veil so we can see. When darkness grows and kingdoms fall, the Lion comes to rule it all. He fights not just for flesh and bone, but calls the rebels to his throne. The Lion of Judah, fierce and free, he breaks the yoke and sets the plea. Not gentle now, not held back, he comes in fire leading the attack. The Lion of Judah, none withstand, the world bows down beneath him. every street. He rides with the wind, he breathes pure flame, and every knee will speak his name. No more silence, no disguise, he's coming down with burning eyes. The Lion of Judah, fierce and free, he breaks the yoke and sets the plea. Not gentle now, not held back, he comes in fire leading the attack. The Lion of Judah, none withstand, the world bows down beneath his hand. Till the day the trumpet sounds and every throne comes crashing down. Judah rose, never lost, nations fall, truth returns to claim it all. The Lion of Judah, fierce and free, he breaks the yoke and sets the plea. Not gentle now, not held back, he comes in fire leading the attack. The Lion of Judah, none withstand, the world bows down beneath his hand. He's not done, he's just begun. It comes in pride, it comes in charm, but I was trained to sound the alarm. Whispers rise from silver tongues, false thrones built on ancient lungs. But I won't bow, I won't believe. The beast can't claim what God redeemed. Stand firm, don't run, this war's already won. Resist the beast, deny the lie, even if it means I die. My faith won't fall, my soul won't sell, I'd rather stand than burn in hell. Resist the beast, I've seen the light, I don't need fear to prove I'll fight. It tempts with gold, it bribes with peace, it whispers soft to make you weak. But truth is sharp and grace is loud, and I was made to shout it proud. I wear no mark but the blood of the Lamb. You won't break what he began. No, no compromise, I
war is written, sealed in flame. The word goes forth, it carves his name. Not by chance and not by sword, this battle cries with sacred word. No general's map, no mortal scheme can stop what heaven dares to dream. Each line was forged to split the dark, a holy fire, a world to mark. The word of war, sharp as flame, it tears the veil and shakes the shame. No fortress stands against his breath, his voice alone delivers death. The word of war, the scroll unsealed, the Lamb has spoken, fate revealed. It broke the chains in ancient days, it still sets fire to crooked ways. No whisper forged in fear can hide. When scripture stands, we do not slide. The sword of truth is drawn again, not in silence, but to end. The word of war, sharp as flame, it tears the veil and shakes the shame. No fortress stands against his breath, his voice alone delivers death. The word of war, the scroll unsealed, the Lamb has spoken, fate revealed.
For the word of God is living and active, sharper than any double-edged blade. It divides the soul from the spirit and judges the thoughts of man. It's written, we stand by fire, not sand. The Lamb has roared and sealed the sword. The word of war, sharp as flame, it tears the veil and shakes the shame. No fortress stands against his breath, his voice alone delivers death. The word of war, the scroll unsealed, the Lamb has spoken, fate revealed. It is written. It is written, and it stands.
Shoulder to shoulder, fire in our breath, we walk the ridge between life and death. With prayer like thunder, we rise as one, not for nations, but for the sun. And not by power, not by fame, but by the cross we all proclaim. The altar and the sword, both in hand, truth and courage make the stand. We kneel to pray, then rise to war, our silence louder than the roar. The altar and the sword, side by side, with holy fire and nothing to hide. Is steep with flame, but every echo calls his name. No fear within, no shame to run. This is the field where faith is won. Not by hatred, not by might, but righteousness becomes our fight. The altar and the sword, both in hand, truth and courage make the stand. too high. We don't fight alone, we don't kneel in vain. We are soldiers of the Lamb on a battlefield of flame. Raise the altar, draw the blade, let the darkness be unmade. The altar and the sword, both in hand, truth and courage make the stand. We kneel to pray, then rise to war, our silence louder than the roar. The altar and the sword, side by side, with holy fire and nothing too high. With every breath we will not divide. They told us to break, to turn and run, but fire was lit by the risen one. We stood when every soul gave way, pressed by fear yet chose to stay. The winds blew hard, the night grew wide, but glory burned from deep inside. The world said hide, the world said fall, but we were marked to outlast all. It wasn't pride that held us near, but covenant we will not fear. Hearts of fire forged to last, blazing trails that won't burn past. The storms may rise, the shadows grow, but light within still overflow. Hearts of fire, sealed and bold, lit by one the prophets told. The earth may shake beneath our feet, but heaven's pulse will not retreat. We speak with breath he placed in clay, and walk the narrow set apart way. Our roads are torn, but not our song. We burn in faith and still belong. No sword could ever take this flame, it bears the power of his name. Hearts of fire forged to last, blazing trails that won't burn past. The storms may rise, the shadows grow, but light within still overflow. Hearts of fire, sealed and bold, lit by one the prophets told. Not made for cold and ash, but for the blaze that will not crash. The name we carry doesn't fade, Yahushua's fire can't be swayed. Burn through fear, burn through pain. We were born to light his name. Hearts of fire forged to last, blazing trails that won't burn past. The storms may rise, the shadows grow, but light within still overflows. Hearts of fire, sealed and bold, lit by one the prophets told. Still burning, still chosen, still unshaken. They burn the names, they burn the scrolls, but truth still echoes in the soul. Forgotten by the world they saved, very quiet but unafraid. They walked in dust not for applause, but to uphold a higher cause. Their stories lost in pages torn, but heaven knows why they were born. Far from the flames, their light remains, not written down but carved in chains. The fire faded, but not their cry. Their prayers still shake the evening sky. Far from the flames, yet still they burn. With every step, the saints return. No monuments, no gilded song, but they were right while all was wrong. The world erased their time and place, but glory crowned them face to face. No earthly fanfare bore their name, but angels rose to speak the same. Far from the flames, their light remains, not written down but carved in chains. The fire faded, but not their cry. Their prayers still shake the evening sky. Far from the flames, yet still they burn. With every step, the saints return.
We do not chase the echo's fame, but walk the path without a name.
He knows the ones the world forgot, and crowns the ones the world did not. Far from the flames, their light remains, not written down but carved in chains. The fire faded, but not their cry. Their prayers still shake the evening sky. Far from the flames, yes, still they burn. With every step, the saints return. Still walking, still burning, still unseen.
They saw the tomb, they thought it ended, but graves don't win, we got defended.
Poison breath and shattered ground, ashes rose but chains were found. They thought the silence marked the end, but resurrection would descend. The earth still shook from heaven's cry when death was told it having to die. They rose not clean but full of flame. No curse could touch the risen name. Graves don't win, not then, not now. We walk through fire with furrowed brow. The tomb was sealed but not the plan. He breathed new life when death once ran. Graves don't win, the stone roll wide. We walk in power they can't hide. Coughing blood but marching still. Flesh may fall but spirit wills. Through every wound the truth survived. The body broke but faith revived. Their bones may rest beneath the dirt, but glory sings above the herd. The seal breathing, you crowned us with dust, but God remembers what it raised, and He remembers us. Dead don't lead unless they bled, and we were born, so we walk undead. Graves don't win, not then, not now. We walk through fire with furrowed brow. The tomb was sealed, but not the plan. He bring you life where death once ran. Graves don't win, the stone rolled wide. We walk in power they can't hide. Still breathing.